Hello guys, this is Alex here, and I have here a Sega Genesis 3. It's not necessarily a new console over the original Sega Genesis. You can see there R-Zone for the Toys R Us marketing ploy, and this is the box, as you can see here. And if I turn it around, there's samples of games on the back, just little pictures, icons, and those kinds of things. I'm going to open this up and see what's inside. But as you can see, the box itself is kind of like an emerald green. It's kind of like a translucent blue almost, and it's just really, really, really neat. So I'm going to open this up and see what's inside. Hold on. Okay guys, so here's me with the console and those kinds of things, and yeah, there's the box over there. I'm just going to open this up, okay? Whoosh. Like that. And, yep, whoop. Alright, I'll pick that up later. But as you can see, here's a manual here, with some indications of a Sega Genesis stuff. And I'll make sure to read it before I use the console. I mean, believe me, I read instruction manuals to consoles whenever I get out a console, because I can learn more about how to use a console, just by reading the instruction manuals of other consoles. So, there's definitely historical value to that. Okay, so that's the Sega Genesis controller, I believe, and it's taped up. And there's the Sega Genesis 3 console. Let me smell it. Oh yeah, it smells new. Yeah, so this is definitely new. I got it from eBay for just like $150. This comes from a guy in Georgia. And as you can see, you see how that cord there is really tied up and everything? Oftentimes that means that it's absolutely brand new and everything. And here's the AV cords, for the video and those kinds of things. I know there's a lot of plastic. Actually, this may look big because of how it's appearing on my phone, but actually, it's actually a lot smaller than the PS4 console box that I had. And why don't I open these things up with the plastics and take a look inside. Hold on. Okay, so here's more of the stuff. As you can see, there's the Sega Genesis 3 thing there. Let me open it to look at the cartridge acceptor. Okay. Reset button there. Power button right there. Here's the controller, as you can see. Kind of an interesting controller. This looks different than other 6-button controllers I've seen for the Sega Genesis, or at least plenty of them. Here's the AV cord. This is responsible for the video reception and everything on the TV. And as you can see, it's very much a cheapened version of audio video, because it just has yellow and white. The full would be yellow, white, and red. And here's the AC adapter, and different kind of AC adapter, and has the Sega logo. But when it comes to these Sega AC adapters, I know it's gone a bad rap because of the angry video game nerd, but actually these are good because it's labeled Sega. And that means I could put this next to a Nintendo console or a TurboGrafx 16 or something, and I could distinguish between the cords. Whereas when I tried to distinguish between a Dreamcast and a Sega Saturn on the plugs, I can't tell the difference because, they're just all plugs. They're just basic black plugs with little ends, and they both look the same on the Sega Dreamcast and the Sega Saturn. So that gets confusing. But with this, I could tell this apart from a Nintendo adapter. And even when it comes to the plugs, like the Sega Saturn AC adapter that I have for my Sega Saturn is actually one also used for the Xbox. And so it gets confusing right away. And I'm glad to see the Sega Genesis 3 thing with its differences and everything. And this is the Sega Genesis 3. And I'll see you guys later. Take care.